News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Amy Morris. The CDC says it's aware of 2 cyclosporiasis-related deaths in people with underlying health conditions from Michigan, all part of an ongoing outbreak. Yum Brands and Sweetgreen shares turned negative. Yum shares now more than 2% lower, and Sweetgreen shares are down more than 6.5%. Michigan's Department of Health and Human Services says more than 11,000 people in Michigan have been infected, with nearly 200 hospitalized. At least 9 states are dealing with similar outbreaks. Republican Senators John Cornyn and Tom Tillis will vote to confirm Todd Blanche as Attorney General. Their offices made that announcement in a press release. Earlier, Blanche announced he is formally rescinding an order creating an anti-weaponization fund that could have paid $1.8 billion to President Trump's allies. He also clarified the scope of the president's sweeping immunity deal with the IRS. Senate Judiciary Committee Chair Chuck Grassley has rescheduled a vote for tomorrow. Iran suggesting negotiations to get more ships moving through the Strait of Hormuz are making progress after President Trump called off a major attack. Iran's foreign minister says discussions between Tehran and Oman over management of the strait are in the final stages. Trump has just posted on social media that the Strait of Hormuz is under the control of the U.S. Navy. Oil prices are lower at this hour. WTI near $80 a barrel and Brent crude near $84 a barrel. That helps to calm Wall Street's worries that inflation could get worse and stock indexes are rising. We do check markets for you all day long here at Bloomberg. The S&P 500 up 1.25%. NASDAQ up 1.9%. The Dow up a little more than 1%. And the Russell 2000 index up more than 1.5%. The 10-year Treasury yield at 4.68% and the 2-year yield at 4.26%. The Philadelphia Semiconductor Index about 0.4% higher, led by NVIDIA, which is more than 3% higher. Amazon Web Services has seen its fastest growth in nearly 5 years. AWS CEO Matt Garman says they're seeing across-the-board growth.
Really, that growth is coming across the board as companies of all different sizes and all different industries are looking to use AI to grow their business. And so we're seeing a lot of growth from the top.
Hear more from AWS CEO Matt Garman on the Bloomberg Talks podcast. Amazon surpassed $3 trillion in market value for the first time, becoming only the 5th company to ever reach that milestone. Amazon shares nearly 5% higher. AstraZeneca has reportedly explored a $400 billion merger with Bristol-Myers Squibb. The potential mega deal would rank as the largest ever in pharma. Sam Fazeli with Bloomberg Intelligence.
Every client that I've spoken to is looking at this saying it's either false or there's an element that maybe they have talked to each other about a possible business combination or a part of a business combination that has been known in pharma before, where you put your cardiovascular business together, your oncology business together. But honestly, most people are scratching their heads saying this just doesn't make any sense.
Sam Fazeli with Bloomberg Intelligence. AstraZeneca shares about 9% lower and Bristol-Myers shares less than 0.5% lower. Visa struck a $2.4 billion deal to buy BioCatch, which uses AI to detect fraud. The transaction is expected to close in the fiscal second quarter of 2027. BioCatch works with more than 350 banking clients across the world. Visa shares now little changed. U.S. and Japanese officials have warned investors that they are determined to keep defending the yen after their first joint intervention in 15 years. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent publicly vowed that the U.S. will not hesitate to wade back into the market if needed. Japanese Finance Minister Satsuki Katayama confirmed that joint campaign. American manufacturers grew in July at the fastest pace in more than 4 years, but they're also dealing with supply shortages and inflation as factories face longer lead times on supplier deliveries and rising prices for raw materials. Bloomberg's Michael McKee.
The overall ISM number is at 55.6 from 53.3, so some improvement there. New orders are up as well, 56.7 from 56, and the employment index crosses into positive territory, 52.8 from 49.7. So overall, it looks sort of like a better report.
Bloomberg's Mike McKee says to keep in mind those numbers are from July, when peace talks with Iran were underway, which could explain the modest improvement in prices paid and the manufacturing outlook. That's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Amy Morris, and this is Bloomberg.